Yep, you good.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
All right.
Go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever it is you are. Welcome to yet another edition of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Many things have happened in the Sept of the Green over the past year. A major Bane spirit was defeated. An entire campaign of preparation went into it. We've seen the comings and goings of various Garou. We've seen families reunited and some fall apart. But I don't think any of them have really held a candle to the amount of stir that a certain pair of Get Fenris have had about them since, well, for a while now. And tonight, it begins to come to a head at last. A young woman once commanded great respect, and as she grew older, she gained even more, until gaining favor with the High King Morningkill himself. This woman was not Garou, but she was Get. She went by the name of Helga. And now, some 60 years later, she is called lovingly by many of the younger Get as Grandma Helga. And today, she stands outside the stairwell that leads down to Morningkill's prison, after contacting a Philodox whom she holds in high regard, and an Arun whom she holds in high regard. And she waits, standing there in trousers and low-set heels, a blazer-type overcoat, hands clad in sort of driving leather gloves, and a cane to help support her weight, as her leg is not what it used to be. And so she waits for the two Adrins, or perhaps one of them is an Athro now, to accompany her to take care of this matter once and for all.
Not yet, you jerk.
Potentially.
Pack length. You going to be okay?
Let's just get this over with.
I need you on your A game. None of that. You going to be okay?
Should be fine. Blitzkrieg's just kind of like looking around, walking toward Gerard's office, and he's got he's dressed better than he's ever really dressed before. Instead of his usual hoodie with the t-shirt under it and either sweatpants or BDUs or army slacks or whatever. He's actually sort of the closest thing to sort of military casual. He's wearing sort of his military dress. He's got a really nice press shirt on, a tie, his hat, and it's just coming into the office.
Contemplates is with him. He's wearing some slacks, open shirt, and he's coming with Blitz.
Standing there with the resting, disapproving face that Helga is known for, she looks at the two. David, Dimitri.
Hi, Grandma.
Grandmother.
Seems a shame that we have to find ourselves under these circumstances, but I suppose what is done, is it not?
I believe that swiftness and decisive action would be probably the best course in this situation.
Given the situation back at your home, I would say so.
I'm never getting that security deposit back, let's put it at that.
And of course, what's going on abroad. Very,
Indeed.
very disturbing news to hear indeed.
Mm. Very much on my mind right now.
It's awful.
Well, no sense in waiting anymore and delaying this. I have spoken with the elders, and I wish to hear what she has to say before I pass any judgment.
Okay.
And she'll turn around and pull an item from her pocket and hold it near the wall. And the hidden door opens itself, revealing a stairwell down into the depths of the prison. And Helga waits for one of the gentlemen to help her down the stairs before actually.
Contemplates officers on.
She will take it, using her cane with the other hand to make her way down. And coming down, they pass the cells where future Alan had once rested, where Ben Renshaw still remains imprisoned, and one of the cells in the far end with a few more amenities perhaps than normal, but still nothing to consider luxurious, is a certain kinfolk who looks to be very, very cold indeed.
She has a blanket around her and is watching TV. Yeah, there are some books that were brought to her, but she was never the greatest at reading, even in her own language. So, yeah, she's very cold.
Once on the floor of the prison itself, she removes her arm from Dimitri's and uses the cane to bring herself over at a brisk pace for a woman of her advanced age. And she'll not even look back in his direction, but she'll simply state very calmly with an even tone, "Dimitri, could you find me a chair, please?"
Yo, get a chair.
And she'll sort of gesture with her cane where she'd like it in front of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll ease herself down into the chair and tap the bottom of her cane on the floor once to get Bettina's attention.
Hello?
Miss Stewart, I'd hoped when getting to meet you for the first time that it would be under circumstances where I would be singing your praises and not questioning your loyalty to the tribe.
I imagine this must be very disappointing for you.
You, at one point, did remind me a bit of myself when I was your age. I had high hopes for you, to say the least.
She doesn't say much more because her teeth are chattering so much. She's a get, though. She's not going to show it.
So, dear Bettina, by now you know of what is going on in your homeland?
Yes, David came and informed me.
And you are aware that this is directly as a result of your actions.
Yes, it's quite shameful.
What did you hope to achieve by doing what you did?
There was no hope of achievement. There were no goals that were set.
And yet you made many goals when coming here, did you not?
Yes.
What did you hope to achieve when you first got here?
There's no major fellowships. I tried asking in the beginning, and even the kinfolk I was able to talk to weren't aware of many of the other kinfolk at all. The familiar networks that I were used to weren't established, and I was hoping by talking to them that it would start to come together. I wanted also to strengthen set defenses. Didn't work either.
Is that what led you into the arms of another?
No. No, not failure.
What did lead you into the arms of another? What possessed you to break oaths and agreements that had been set up?
Clearly, I shouldn't expect you to ask this. I've been thinking about it a long time, and I'm not sure what pushed me over the edge.
So are you saying that you did this for no reason?
I did it for a reason, it just wasn't a good reason.
You could guess then, why is it that you decided to become an oathbreaker?
The reason was that I was in love.
I see.
Told you, not a good reason.
Do you love your people?
I love my family more than this other person, if that's what you're asking, and yes, this was a grave mistake.
And did you not consider the consequences of your actions?
No, when it was occurring, I didn't consider anything.
And now our clansmen, our tribe mates, our kin, are now shedding each other's blood. Jarl of Stewart is rather upset that his son has been betrayed, and through that, by proxy, he has been betrayed as well by those of your blood.
Grandmother, while I do not mean to interrupt, let us not pretend my father holds me in any high regard. For the record, at least.
Noted. Do you, Bettina, know what it is that is done to traitors within our tribe?
And Bloodfist, they would usually do something to the left arm.
I have... She'll pause and look at contemplates. Yes?
It's not really, he doesn't really say anything, but he kind of just raises his eyebrow in a very almost condescending kind of way. Like, as soon as she said, like, lose an arm, he was just like, and then he kind of just lowers it again.
I have spent time this past week conferring with elders here within this country and abroad as to how they feel punishment should be commenced. There was a very loud contingent of the Fenrir that want your head to have it delivered to them, to show that we do not tolerate traitors in our midst.
Can't exactly go on a walking tour with her head, grandmother.
True. But this is the digital age. Perhaps sometimes a photo would be enough.
When have you last met a Get who really likes checking his email?
Also true. There are others that would see you forcibly made into a breeding mare, as it would be an absolute shame for the one with such potent blood to be let go to waste.
You guys notice Blitzkrieg visibly tense up at the mere mention of that.
However,
You'll hear through the pack link, Blitz. Not here. Get it together.
another option, and one that I am more akin to agree with, is sending you back to your family and let them mete out justice as they see fit.
Grandma, you do
Yes.
know what will happen if she's sent back.
Oh, I'm well aware that she will probably abscond with forces outside the nation. And one can only assume what that could lead to. How many secrets she might give up. If she was sent back, it would not be done through conventional means. She does have the ability to step sideways. I, however, have thought of punishment suiting for you. You've broken an oath, Bettina Stewart. Now, because of you, 2 seps may go to war. We might lose a countless number of young Garu warriors that could be better used against the worm. You've also opened up a potential for war with another race of creatures outside our own. You've done so entirely against everything that a good Get should stand for. Helga will stand up and walk to the wall and lift the device over the wall to cause the cage to open. Bettina, remove your top, please.
Staring straight at the wall in front of her. She unbuttons and does so. She has a sports bra on underneath, and her torso, of course, is heavily knotted with keloided scars.
Step forward here and kneel.
Thinking at least she knows what's coming, she moves forward and kneels.
Dimitri,
Yes.
take her hands. Do not let her move.
Grab your hand tightly.
Helga will walk behind Bettina and remove the top of the cane, the bulb on the end, revealing a silver glyph underneath, one that reads as Oathbreaker. And spending a point of the limited gnosis she has, she activates the fetish. Bettina Stewart, for your crimes against your fellow Garou, against your husband, against your tribe, against the very blood that flows through your veins, I find you unworthy of your blood. I find you unworthy of your forefathers. I find you unworthy of joining them in the great halls that await all Get who are true in service to their families, to their tribe, to their nation. Until such time as you are redeemed in the eyes of the great Fenris, you are Get no more, and shall bear the mark of a traitor. And with that, she takes the cane and presses the glyph into Bettina's shoulder. Bettina will feel a searing pain that goes through the stench of burnt flesh echoes or fills the area, her call likely bringing those that are within the prison to a surprised look, save for perhaps Helga.
Blitzkrieg at this point is like, he's holding it together, but kind of just barely. He's like you can feel the pack, like through the pack link, you can actually sort of almost feel the rage, like right on the edge of the pack link. You know what this feels like coming from Blitz, and you're like, shit. He hasn't moved, but you can feel this.
Mm-hmm.
Helga steps away and places the cat back on top of the globe of the queen, placing Nemo back in her cell. She looks at Dimitri for this.
He does.
Helga steps forward and looks back at her, turning to face her. Consider it lucky that your family might find some reason to find redemption for you. For up to me, I would hand you over to the Bone Gnawers. You're not even worthy of them. But I'm sure they'd take you.
Grandmother.
She looks at Blitzkrieg, but doesn't say anything.
While the anger that flows through both you and I regarding this situation is just, I also believe she has additional use. This use would be to assist us in putting an end to any additional war that may break out between the two septs.
That is not for me to decide, David. That is up to your father and hers, and any mediation that can be brought between them. This was a first step in showing exactly our commitment to our tribe, and that maybe our word might have some sway across the ocean. But do not think for a second that I will allow the kinfolk of this part of the world to bear the shame for what she has done.
And I do not disagree with your reason. Your reason is sound. I do believe, if I may, that stripping her identity within the tribe might not work in our favor.
For now, what is done is done. If she can find a means to redeem herself, then perhaps she can undo what is done. Make preparations, David, if you wish to go with her when she returns across the sea. It'll be done within the week. I don't want to look at her anymore. Now, Dimitri, would you help an old woman up the stairs, please?
Yes. He hands you his arm, begins leading you up the stairs. But through the pack lane. Are you going to be okay?
No. And you actually notice him stay down there, and he just kind of sits like in front of her cell. He's not like looking at her. He's like sitting with his back to the cell wall, and just like as you guys are going upstairs, you'd see him sitting there.
He looks back again, like noticing that you're not following. And he knows that this is his duty. And he shoulders it. He helps her up the stairs.
Helga will simply pat his arm. Eyes forward, Dimitri. Eyes forward.
Helps her up the stairs.
Leaving the two down below, if there's anything else they wish to say.
Well, I think that's a good place to end the scene for now. Unless you have anything you want to say?
No, she's just going to stare at you.